My name is Andromeda Cartwright, and I'm the co-chair of the Education Committee. And I'm also co-leading this program with Sister Jamisha, who is also on the call. So before we get started, I just wanted to share a little bit of information and background on NCBW, the Metro Baton Rouge chapter. So the National Coalition of 100 Black Women, the Metropolitan Baton Rouge chapter, is a diverse group of change agents, and we're united through a shared vision to advocate for Black women and girls unapologetically. So we do this through our work in the areas of health, education, economic empowerment, and public policy. So we have a variety of different programs that we put on throughout the year that target these areas. And of course, this program that we're having right now is a part of that work that we do. So today you all will be able to hear from a variety of panelists regarding different career options, as well as different college and university options. So just to give you all an idea of what the program will look like today, we're going to start with the career panel, where you're going to hear from 5 of the sisters from our chapter of NCBW, and they're going to be talking about their trajectory through their careers over time. There also will be an opportunity to interact with them in some smaller groups in our breakout rooms to ask questions and just get some more information that you're looking for. So after that portion, we're then going to move on to our college and university portion of the program, where you guys will be able to hear from all of the colleges and universities on the call in a little brief. They'll be able to give a brief spiel about their program. And then again, we'll have some more opportunities for more small group conversation in those breakout rooms. And we will also have some giveaways occurring throughout the event. So be sure to remain on the call throughout so that you can have access and participate in those. So like I said, we're very excited and very thankful for you guys to give up some time on your Saturday morning to be here with us. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in and start with our career panel. So as I mentioned, everybody on our career panel are sisters in our organization. We have Sister Nashana Bilbrew, Dinej Piper, Veronica Mucker, Martina Domino, and Simone Shelton. So just to kind of start us off, just so we can get introduced to these ladies, I'm just going to ask them to kind of go around and just give us a brief introduction to them. Tell us a little bit, of course, your name, what you do as far as your career, any degrees or certifications that you hold, or anything else generally that you would like to talk to us about.
Okay, I'll go first. Hi, good morning. I'm Nashana Bilbrew. I am a charter member of the Metropolitan Baton Rouge chapter, and currently I am a clinical applications analyst. I build apps for hospital systems for physicians and nurses to help them take care of patients in the hospital. I am a registered nurse. I'm a licensed registered nurse, and I also have a Bachelor of Science in Physics and I minored in Mathematics. So we'll talk more about the trajectory later, but that kind of sums up where I am.
Thank you so much. Maybe we can have Sister Dinej, if you want to go next.
Hello, everyone. I am Dinej Piper, the first Vice President of Programs for the National Coalition of 100 Black Women, Metropolitan Baton Rouge chapter. My career is a commercial lender. Basically, I lend to businesses. My degree is in accounting, and as Sister Nashana said, we'll talk about how I got here a little later, but it's always exciting to present what it is that I do to potential scholars that would like to take over in this field, because we are few as Black women in this profession. So.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Veronica?
Good morning. My name is Veronica Mucker. I am a senior claims specialist. I handle workers' comp. Essentially, what I do in my role is I get people back to work, assist them with vocational rehab if they need assistance with finding another job field due to their injury and their inability to continue on as what they were doing before. I also specialize in negotiations as far as settling your claims. And I have my first degree is in apparel merchandising and textiles. So we'll discuss how I moved over from fashion into insurance. And I also have a master's in business administration. And I've been in insurance 17 years.
Awesome. Thank you. Let's see. Sister Martina, would you like to go next?
I sure would. Good morning, everyone. My name is Martina Domino. I am a new member of the 100 Black Women Metro Baton Rouge. Currently, I do two different things that I think are pretty related. I am a children's book author. I write children's books that's easy for kids to understand about all the questions that they have about the world. The second thing I do, I'm a literacy coach in Baker School Systems. And what I basically do there is help teachers teach kids by teaching them different strategies and just different ways of looking at teaching kids that need to learn different types of ways. So we'll talk a bit about later because my trajectory to where I started from and where I am now, it's pretty exciting. So I look forward to speaking with you all.
Thank you, Sister Martina. And then we also have Sister Simone.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Dr. Simone Shelton. I'm a licensed professional counselor, a national certified counselor. My doctoral degree is in human service administration. I'm an educator of over 23 years in East Baton Rouge Parish School System. I provide counseling services to the students in EBR that are under special education that have counseling as a related service. I work with children with behavior concerns. My area has always been working with underserved populations. So, and in my previous career, I was a probation officer. I owned a group home with mentally ill adults. And currently I work in special education with students that have behavior challenges. So I've always focused on underserved populations because I believe in them. I believe in making a difference and not giving it up on people. So we'll talk more about that in our smaller groups.
Wonderful. Thank you, ladies, so much for sharing that information that you've shared so far. And thank you again for being a part of this panel. I think something that we heard just throughout everybody's introductions is how that path to you guys' career wasn't something that was linear. It wasn't something necessarily where you started out as a person in high school or even in college and decided this is what I want to do. So I know you guys have definitely moved around in a lot of different areas. And we'll definitely talk about that. But I just want to get started with just where you guys are right now. So thinking about your current career and your position that you have now, if I could just get a few sisters to speak on how you got into this field and what really sparked your interest in the role that you have now.
I can go first. I graduated from Southern and had no clue what I wanted to do. I didn't know if I was going to go back and get my master's. I didn't know if I wanted to go to work. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I hated accounting. That's what I hated. I hated accounting. At least at that time I did, because I thought I'd be secluded to an office where I didn't get to deal with people and just crunching numbers. And that part of the job, it didn't speak to me. So my dad loved Hibernia Bank, and I woke up one morning, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go work at the bank, and that's where I'm going to start. So I graduated, and I thought I'll kind of land myself here until I figure out what I want to do. And from there, it just kind of went up, 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 up. And I think that that's because I wanted to move up, right? So you kind of have to want these things for yourself and see yourself in these roles, even roles I had never heard of. You don't think of things outside of what you see in the bank when you think of banking. So I just want to encourage you to think outside of the four walls that you see when you decide on a career path, and be open to where it takes you. So, and that's what I was. I was open to where I would go into the bank. And now, like I said, I'm in a position where I am one of few that look like me. So it's important that I'm here on this career panel to tell somebody you can be a commercial lender too, right? You can grow in this path, and it's a white man's world. because that's who you see that's commercial lenders in this space. I just want to encourage you, if you look like me, you can step into that path as well.
Thank you so much. That was really great. If I could get maybe one or two more sisters just to talk a little bit more about your current role, how you got there, what really drew your interest to it.
Okay, I'll go. For me, I was in the retail industry. I absolutely loved, ever since I was small, I always knew how to sew, design, interior design, all of those things. So when I went to school, I just knew that I was going to be this fashion buyer, and I was going to travel the world, and I was going to shop for all of these department stores. Fell in love, had 3 kids. And in retail, when you have small kids, when they're out of school for the holidays, they have homework in the evening. When you're working in retail, your hours are crazy. So sometimes I would have to travel, do floor sets for other stores in other cities. Sometimes if we had floor sets in the different stores I was working for, I may not come home or get off until 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, because we're flipping a whole store. So I had a friend who actually graduated from Southern in mathematics, and she worked in insurance. Actually, she was at LWCC. And she called me one day and she said, Veronica, we have this position and I think you would be great at it. And I was like, girl, I don't have any insurance experience. How am I going to transfer over from clothes to insurance? So we actually took a couple of classes together, and she was like, you were great with math. I think you would be great for this position. Went in, had 3 interviews. In my interviews, they told me that she spoke highly of me. So one of the important things that worked in my favor was that I had somebody advocating for me. You always want somebody who is in a space or in another room or somewhere else that's ringing your name. So that has also helped. I still dabble with the fashion, but I absolutely love what I do now. I have the flexibility, and there's not very many Blacks working in insurance who can negotiate settlements. At one point, I traveled throughout the state doing that. But at this point, I'm ready to transition to a higher level in what I'm doing now. So that's pretty much how I transition from apparel to insurance.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sister Veronica. So just thinking a little bit more about what you ladies do, as you think about your current role, if you guys could talk a little bit about what are the aspects of your job that is most appealing, what are the parts of your job that you really enjoy, and what are the areas that are least appealing?
Okay, I'll take that one. So what I do, I am a clinical applications analyst. No one knows really what that means, but like your phone, right? We have all these apps on our phones. You want to maybe message your friends, watch some videos. You're going to go on TikTok, right? That's an app. You want to maybe purchase some things or transfer some money. Y'all are young. Y'all are going to go to a cash app to, send some money between you and your friends. That's another app. Well, for the physicians and the nurses in the hospital, they want to do something, maybe a surgery. There's an app that we use. They want to see the patients at the bedside. There's an app. So that's what I build. I build apps for them. And I got into this because they had people with really technical backgrounds, coders, who would build it, but they built it in a way that made a lot of sense for the computer system, not clinical sense for the people who have to do the workflows. And I was a nurse at the time working in ICU, and the aspect I didn't like is that I was working overnight, lots of long shifts. I love taking care of patients, but I did not like the hours. I missed a lot of family functions and trips with my friends. And this job came along. They decided we'll pay nurses and teach them how to build, what we need built. And because I had a science background, a STEM background, that is your saving grace, I tell you, STEM, that allowed me to transition to a job that was no weekends, no holidays, great pay. And I still get to have an impact on what happens at the bedside. I will say the best aspects are that it is you're very well paid. We often work from home, especially with COVID. That really ushered in the ability of us to work remotely. I've had offers from hospital systems out in California. I mean, so you can make a salary that's commensurate with the living of California out in LA, but you can actually live in Baton Rouge where the cost of living is lower, and you can actually, capitalize more on your quality of life and really make your take-home pay work for you more. So there's flexibility. You can work anywhere. People that work in my field work internationally also. I like personally working for a local hospital, so I did not accept the position out in LA because I like going into the hospitals here, but it is also, my day is filled with problem solving. So I don't have a big project that I work towards, and in 6 months I have a win. I'm putting out fires and being challenged with solving problems all day. So I have little wins all day, which feeds my need to be a winner. I love that. And I get to work with really fun people. And when I want to be alone and be an introvert, there's also work for me to go do by myself. So I'm a mix. So that's what I like about it, that it feeds multiple parts of me. And there's definitely a lot of room to create your own path.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. Very cool. So I know that we also want to have some time for our breakout rooms, but right before we do that, I would definitely like you all, just as a part of the panel, to hear a little bit from Sister Martina and Sister Simone. So I'm going to throw out one additional question, and this is more targeted towards helping the students on the call prepare as they start to move into college life, wherever that leads them in their future careers. Sister Martina or Sister Simone, what do you all feel is important for students to consider as they begin this search? So as they begin searching for a career, trying to figure out what do they want to do in the future, what advice would you give students, or what should they be considering?
I'll speak just a little bit about that, and I'll just go back to when I started college. I was in therapeutic recreation. That was something that I did because I really didn't know much about it, but I knew my cousin did, right? And so I went with that. So that is not what I wanted to do. And so one thing that I would tell students is maybe look at some of those career, you know how they have these career quizzes and types of tests to see what is it. Take those tests to see what career you may like that may really match with you. Think about the things that you're really good at and the things that you really love to do. Do some real researching with that. Look at different colleges. See what types of programs they have. Think about something that you could do that you know you would like and that you're good at and that would really make you happy. Because I believe in life, yes, we want to make a lot of money, but we also want to do things that are going to make us feel good and be happy and have a good quality of life. I'm an educator. I started teaching mostly because I had 3 sons and I had to work. I was having all types of issues trying to figure out how to work and get them to school, or when they were off, what to do with my kids. So when you're looking for a career, you want to look at all of those things. You want to look at what job may give you flexibility, if that's what you're looking at. But at the end of the day, you want to look at what's going to make you happy, what's going to fulfill you, and also what's going to make you feel like you're making a difference. So that's all I want to share. I don't want to go too long on that.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful. And we'll just close out the panel piece with Sister Simone. The question that I have for you is, what do you know now that you wish you would have known when starting out in your career or starting out as a professional?
So what I would say is what I know now that I wish I had known then. I would say I know that you have to know your worth, first of all. Know what you deserve. Know how you want to be treated. Know what you need to do to get to where you want to be. You also need to know that social media is really big. Don't let social media distract you into thinking that you're less than or that you don't meet up to the standards of someone else, because people post social media things because they want you to see the good stuff. They never show you what's really going on in their life. So never compare yourself to people that you see on social media. Know who you are, know what you deserve, know what direction you want to go in. And so also I want to say that as far as for my career, I started off as I'm from California, and I went to Southern University, and I majored in rehabilitation counseling, psychology. I went there initially wanting to be a nurse. That was the very first nursing class. I would have been in the first nursing class at Southern University, which was many, many years ago. I'm telling you my age. And so all of my friends around me started graduating. And I was still in school. And I said, well, if they graduating, I want to graduate too. So I looked at my transcripts and I said, if I change my major, then I can graduate. So I changed my major to rehabilitation counseling and I graduated. Well, over the years, I did graduate in rehabilitation counseling. I worked as a group home owner. Then I worked as a group home. I owned a group home and also worked as a probation officer. And then I also worked in mortgage lending. So this just shows how your life could just take you in different directions. Married, 2 children, went back to school to get my master's degree, because when you're in education, you are going to definitely need a master's degree if you're in any kind of field dealing with psychology. So my degree was rehabilitation counseling psychology. So I went back to get my master's degree. It took me a long time because I was going part-time, taking a class here, taking a class there. So I'm saying all this to say that never give up on your dreams. Delay is not denial. I went back and got my doctoral degree at the age of 50. It was just something that I had as a goal for myself, and I wasn't going to give up on it. I took one class here, one class there, until I finished taking all of my classes. Then I realized it was time to write my dissertation, and I did it. Now I have my doctoral degree. So never give up on your dreams. Keep going. Keep chipping at it. If you keep working toward it and just taking the small steps, you will eventually conquer what you're trying to accomplish. I hope I answered your question.
That was wonderful. You ladies are so amazing. We're so thankful to have you guys on here sharing that information with the students on the call. So we'll definitely go ahead and move forward with our breakout rooms. So we'll go ahead and get that together. You all on the call, you'll be able to interact with our panelists in some smaller groups. So I'm super excited about that. So just give us a moment while we get all of that set up and everybody moved. Thank you.
I hope everyone had an informative session during our career exploration panel. I hope that you found it very useful and that you will take the necessary steps needed and keep those key pointers in mind as you continue to think about what the future might hold for you. As promised, we do have giveaways, so it is giveaway time. So I would like to announce our first giveaway winner. It's Taylor. She was the first participant that we had to log in, and she is the winner of a $35 Amazon gift card. So Taylor, please stick around and give me, I'll just need your email address and your telephone number. So I will reach out to you via chat in just a moment to collect that information from you. And so now we will move over into our university portion of the segment. And so today we have universities that are represented, and they're excited to share more information with you about the universities. We have Christian DeZeus. He's the Assistant Director of Admissions with LSU Baton Rouge. We have Catherine Wooten with Southeastern Louisiana University. She's representing the admissions department. We have Rocky Forson with the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. She's the Assistant Director of Out-of-State Recruitment. At this time, before we move into our breakout rooms, we would like for our university representative that are present to just give us a maybe 1 to 2 minute just high-level highlight of your university. And then when we move into the breakout rooms, we will go into a more in-depth session of what your university offers. So I can see you in my left, Miss Rocky, if you can go ahead and give us that introduction for UL Lafayette.
Yes, hello guys. So great to talk to you today on this lovely Saturday. It's getting a little cold, so I'm enjoying it. Um, University of Louisiana at Lafayette is celebrating its 125th year this year. It's not as long as some of the other schools in the state, but it is something that we are very proud of. We have been around for a long time. We started as a STEM institution, and we still represent as a STEM institution, with about 50% of our students being in a science, technology, engineering, math, or health sciences type of program. Specifically, our nursing program graduates over 400 BSNs a year, 200 in the traditional program and 200 in the alternative certification opportunities. So that is something that we are very proud of. We are also a smaller institution. We are small on the grand scheme of things. I'm sorry, I work in Texas, so generally I tend to think about all the schools in Texas being massive. But in Louisiana, we're probably about average. So that gives us the opportunities to be big to some people, small to others, but still with a lot of opportunities, a lot of spirit, and a lot of things that are great about the school. We are not located that far away, only in Lafayette, Louisiana, which is about an hour across the Basin Bridge, which, sometimes can take more than an hour. But it is something that the city of Lafayette is a lovely place to be. It is a friendly, welcoming, safe place with a lot of opportunities to get involved in the city and community as a student at UL. And it is something that we love to see our students do. Really, one of the things I want you to know mostly about your college search process is to find a place that loves you, find a place that you love. This is the first time you get to really choose where you're living. This is the first time you're really getting to choose what opportunities you're going to have educationally. So make the most of it and find a place that you are absolutely going to live, breathe, and love for the rest of your life. Thanks so much.
Thank you for providing us with those interesting facts about UL. Next, we will have Christian from LSU.
All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Christian. So I'm one of the assistant directors at LSU. So just to talk a little bit about LSU itself, we have over 330 plus academic programs. So we have a variety of different majors for you all. Kind of like I always say, if you're interested in one thing or interested in another, more likely we have it. For our students itself, but just to kind of like dive a little bit deeper into the majors, but some of our most popular majors that we have for our students is our pre-med program, as well as our biological science, pre-nursing, psychology, kinesiology, as well as our engineering program itself. So whether it's computer science or chemical engineering and all those areas itself. With LSU, we are on the larger side of scales, I would say, especially in the state of Louisiana. But I always try to tell students this is a great opportunity for you to meet with a variety of different students that's coming from all across the state, all across the world. We represent all 50 states, but also over 100 countries itself. So myself included, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So it's one of those things where I tell students all the time is that, when you come to a school like LSU, you're getting the opportunity to meet people that are completely different from you, but at the same time still have one goal in mind, and that's just to be a Tiger and also have that Tiger spirit itself. With that, thinking about coming to LSU itself, we are located in Baton Rouge, and I always try to tell students all the time, especially what was mentioned on the previous, is the fact that don't just come to LSU just for the name. Try to come to the university, come visit, and just see if you can actually feel the vibes there, and if you feel like you actually are feel like you can fit in that space itself. One of the biggest thing I always try to tell students is never go to a university that you have never visited before, because you just never know the experience itself. So I always say, don't live up to the hype. I understand you're here at LSU, but at the same time, you need to visit us in order for you to feel that that campus atmosphere itself. So thank y'all so much. Hopefully y'all see y'all in your breakout session, and go Tigers.
Thank you so much for all of the wonderful tidbits about LSU. LSU brought me to Baton Rouge, and I'm still here and called it home many years later. So yes, I agree. That's a great choice if that's the option you're looking to go to. Next, we will have Catherine Wooten with Southeastern Louisiana University.
Good morning, y'all. My name is Catherine Wooten, and I'm an admissions counselor here at Southeastern Louisiana University. Just a little information about Southeastern. We are the third largest university in the state of Louisiana. So there are 13,000 students on our campus, but we really prioritize giving you that small school experience. So our student to faculty ratio is 1 to 17, or 17 to 1. That allows you to get that personal experience with your professors, which is really important, especially if you need that attention. You're coming from a smaller school. Most high schools, you're not going to have classes with more than 30 students in a class. So it is a very nice transition to not be overwhelmed with thousands of students in class. Southeastern is located in Hammond, Louisiana, so it's only about 45 to 50 minutes away from Baton Rouge, just depending on traffic. But we don't require students to live on our campus at any point in time while they're enrolled at Southeastern. So if you would like to commute back and forth from Baton Rouge to Hammond or wherever it is that you're living, that's an option for you. Just some general, our most popular majors are going to be business, nursing, and education. We actually started as an education university, but we do see students tend to gravitate more towards business and nursing as well. Our nursing program has been ranked top 3 nationally, so it's a very competitive program, but it's a great program. As a beginning freshman and every year after that, you have complete and total say over your schedule. So you'll meet with an academic advisor to be able to plan out your schedule, when you'll come to campus, if you'll have online classes, things like that. And a little tidbit, we don't have Friday classes. Unless you're a nursing major, unfortunately, you will have Friday classes, but we're primarily a Monday through Thursday institution. So if you want to make your own schedule and come Monday through Thursday, obviously that's available. But if you were a commuter, I'd recommend trying to schedule your classes on a Monday, Wednesday, or a Tuesday, Thursday to kind of eliminate driving back and forth all 4 days. But that's just some general information about Southeastern, and I look forward to talking to all of you guys in our breakout sessions.
Thank you so much. Definitely some new interesting facts that I learned today about Southeastern. So I hope that our students on the line will feel the same. Before we switch out to our breakout rooms, it is going to be giveaway time for the second gift card. So our next winner of the Amazon gift card is going to be Ashton. So congratulations, you are the winner of a $35 Amazon gift card. Please stick around, stay on the line. I'm going to reach out to you via chat to get some contact information so that way we can get that gift card on over to you. Okay, and I believe that concludes our college representative introduction piece that we still have on the line. All right, so now we will begin our breakout sessions with the individual universities. So I believe we will begin to shuffle the universities as well as the students into breakout rooms. So just, I believe, hang tight as you did previously, and we will begin moving shortly. Okay, so I hope that everyone had an informative sessions with our universities today. Also, we have, I believe the universities have provided contact information for you guys for follow-up. And I think after we get off of the call, we'll make sure that you receive any pertinent information as well from the universities that were available to speak with you today. Before we close up, we do have 2 more giveaways. For our participants, our next giveaway winner is Kadra. So congratulations, you are our next winner for the Amazon gift card. Please leave me your email address and phone number, and we will follow up with you to get the Amazon gift card sent over to you. And we have 1 more giveaway for our participants. Next giveaway is going to be for Yamaya. So congratulations, you're the winner of our next $25 Amazon gift card. Please leave me in the chat your email address as well as your phone number so we can contact you regarding your Amazon gift cards. And I believe we're in closing. I just want to thank all of our universities for participating in our 3rd annual College and Career Fair, as well as our sisters of the education community, as well as the larger organization, for taking time out of your Saturday morning to be with us and to join us in this very important event, as well as my co-lead. This was a we're like the brainchildren of this college fair. It just started off as an idea, thinking how we can reach and impact the community. And so this is our third annual, and we're looking forward to it growing and becoming bigger and better each year. So we are definitely appreciative of all the contributions to make this program a success. Sister Andromeda, did you have any other thoughts, comments that you would want to leave?
So just one additional comment, if students, if you guys look in the chat, we do have the link for our scholarship program. So we're very proud to be able to provide scholarships to female, Black females who are graduating seniors. We also have undergraduate and graduate level scholarships. So as you all go into college, as you're in your undergrad experience, and even if you decide to move forward to a graduate program, please make sure that you're coming back to the National Coalition of 100 Black Women and our chapter to keep up with those scholarship opportunities. We actually have our scholarship program open as of right now, so please make sure that you jot down that link in the chat and please apply, because we would love to be able to offer you some free money. Who doesn't like free money? It'll be great. And we thank you all so much for being on. Just to echo what Sister Jamisha said, thank you so much to those who participated and also to the students who were on the call as well.
Thanks so much. I think that is going to conclude our third annual virtual college fair. Hope you have a great weekend.